What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're working on the Foxbody again today. So I was driving it around and I had a weird issue where it felt like it was wanting to shut off. I put it in gear, would start going, and it would blah, 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 blah. And so got back to the house, and I've known I've had this problem for a while where the switch or the terminal on the ignition switch just doesn't stay on good enough, and the wire has a lot of tension on it. So today I'm gonna extend the wire and maybe look at wrapping the wire around the terminal and soldering it. I think there's a hole in the terminal where I can do that, but we'll see. If I get that tension off the wire, it should be okay. Or maybe I can solder the terminal to the switch, which is a little bit more hack, but you know, whatever. So let's get to it. First thing we're gonna do, disconnect the battery. There we go. Now it won't die. All right, so here's my switches. This is ignition, this is Phytech. So my power wire for the ignition keeps popping off of this terminal down here. And it's a pain. If I extend the wire, it should be okay. And then this green one popped off too last time. So we're gonna put the terminal on, put a glob of solder, see if that holds it. We're gonna extend that wire, and yeah, we'll get to it. I actually ended up being way more hack than I thought I was. I tried globbing the solder on to hold the terminals in place, and it wasn't working. You guys probably saw that coming. I thought maybe I could get it to work. So actually what I did was I took some JB Weld steel stick and clumped some up, mixed it up, and took little balls of it and globbed it onto the terminals to hold it on, you know. They're like $5 switches and spade connectors. So if I ever have to replace a switch or something like that, I can just cut it off and we'll be good. We do have a few more things we can do to the Foxbody though. My rears are rubbing pretty bad, and I have wheel spacers to put. Now I'm worried when I put these 3/4 inch or 20 millimeter or something like that, these wheel spacers on, that they're gonna rub the inner lip. So I've rolled them a little bit before. I can roll them a lot more. We're gonna do that. Put the wheel spacers on, and it should look pretty cool. These are good wheel spacers, so they're hub centric, and they're the right bolt pattern. They have the long studs, everything. So we're doing this all the right way. Should still be safe to use. So let's get it going. Jack the car up, and you can see we're rubbing real good inside there. And we were actually rubbing when I put some 1/4 inch spacers. So definitely needs more. I'm wondering if it did that when I put the brakes on the rear, because it did not rub like this before, but you know, no big deal. These spacers are 20 millimeters. We're doing it all the right way. Like I said, they're hub centric, so we shouldn't have any problem. We'll torque them the right way and we'll get this done. All right, we're gonna take the wheel off. So this is a roller I got for I think it was like $45 on Amazon. And I just realized you have to lift the other end off the ground so you can rotate the wheel. So, messed up that. We'll just go ahead and put these on, and then I'll go over and lift the other side. All right, I went ahead and put the car up all on jack stands. So we're gonna go ahead and get to rolling. Start up top. Get all your adjustments right. I got them rolled pretty good. I couldn't really do it much further. I was getting tired. So here are spacers. We're going to use the open end ones to attach the spacer to the hub. You can snug them up with the impact first. Oh, what do you know? It's a different size. Let me go get another socket, or what's it called? Okay, we're not going to use the ones that came with it because they're not the right thread. So we're going to use the regular ones. And God, I hope there's a big enough relief in the back of this wheel. I think there is. There's a pretty big relief back there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna snug it up with the impact and then torque it to the regular 100 or 105 foot-pounds. And the rears are a little bit easier to do that because you can put your e-brake on or you can put the car in gear and it'll hold the wheel in place. Now we'll put the wheel on with the lug nuts that came with the spacers. Time to do all the other wheels. The fronts are gonna be a little bit difficult because the fender roller hits the brake caliper. Didn't clear it, so I can't use the fender roller. But on the other side, what I did was make some slits with my angle grinder 1 inch apart and then just bash it in with a hammer. So that'll get the lip nice and tucked. Also, just a reminder after you work on your car to just go back and check things because you never know what you're gonna see. Like I just took the wheel off and my Maximum Motorsports steel braided cable starting to wear a little bit from the wheel rubbing it. And then my sway bar end link just, you know, I guess when I put it on I didn't put that top washer on, so I just popped through. Probably not going to fix the sway bar today. Spacing the wheel out should help with that brake line, and I'll also kind of zip tie it out of the way, but I'll show you guys what I'm doing and we'll be right back. You can see what I did in here. It doesn't have to be perfect. No one's gonna see it. So you just cut it up, bang it in. Pretty easy. So let's see what it looks like. We got the spacers on. Took it for a test drive. No rubbing. Good. Rolling the rear fenders did good. No rubbing there. No rubbing on the front fender. That was good. No rubbing on the front on this side. But on the driver's side, I did have some rubbing in this front apron part. So I had to cut out a little bit of that. Still could cut out a little bit more, but we'll do that another day. I don't feel like getting into that right now. So your mileage may vary. You might not have to cut it all. But looks good, drives good, and I'm happy with it. Not a lot going on, but it was stuff that we had to do. I'm glad that the switches are together. the terminals aren't going to come off anymore. Took it for a little rough ride around the neighborhood in a part that's getting developed. So that's where it would pop out before, and under hard cornering and hard acceleration, it didn't. Tires didn't rub the inside or the outside except for that one part on the front apron I was showing you. But that's easy. Cut it out. Simple. I could probably take the tire off or take the wheel off and cut it a little bit more, but I just don't feel like doing it right now. It looks like it's about to rain soon. I don't want to get caught in the rain. Got to shower, hold the baby, feed the baby, drink some water, and we're just going to enjoy the rest of the Saturday. Thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you next time.